Hello everyone, my name is Masterstarman and welcome back for more Kirby's Dream Collection. Last time, we started up in the bonus extra challenges, and yeah, we are in level 3 Last Land now. This may as well be the penultimate slash last normal episode of this Let's Play, at least the last one that's actually gonna have gameplay here. So, Last Land has... I'm just gonna say it, there's more challenges than what's immediately shown here, and I think this is probably bar none the hardest part of this. I mean, it makes sense that it's level 3 and not, you know, level 1 or 2 here. But yeah, we have a regular Kirby challenge, which wasn't really something in the original Return to Dreamland. There was a challenge that involved the basic items in that, but that was called the item challenge and not the Kirby challenge. So this one actually does focus on Kirby's core abilities though. And yeah, it's kind of on the tricky side, but not too bad, honestly. Secret area up here, nothing too bad here. This room here I really like here. We gotta race this star as it floats through the water here. I think this is actually a really neat spin on Kirby's kind of basic idea and tests his skill here. Just a very fun little challenge there. And this water here will just kind of swim you back to the beginning there. The only thing I'm not crazy about is this remix. I don't really get this one otherwise, but yeah, other than that though, this one's actually not too bad. Now, I'll save it for what I'm going to talk about in a moment there. This video here is probably the main reason I wanted to actually record this in pulse commentary, because some of these levels here get very difficult, and not necessarily in a bad way, but some of them get difficult almost for not the wrong reasons, but they tend to get pretty difficult. At first, I wasn't sure what was going on with this room here, and then I kind of realized after a minute there, yeah, this is a HAL room. This, I guess, was in the era when they started bringing the HAL room back, and, you know, Return to Dreamland had 2 HAL rooms, 3 in the Switch version of it, but, like, that wasn't obviously a thing at this time, but, yeah, I know they brought the HAL room back in, like, most Kirby games after this, so makes sense that this would have been the era when they started doing that. I think if I didn't get hit and if I got that one other coin there, I would have had an even higher score here. This seems like it would actually be a pretty easy one to get the platinum on, I think, but yeah. Get the 2800 there, and get the gold medal here. Now, you may have noticed the other icon on this stage here, and this is one of the coolest things that this entire collection and mode did here. Yeah, check out what we got. This is the Smash Combat Challenge here. Smash Kirby was originally only in Kirby and the Amazing Mirror at this point. This was only its second ever appearance. And it's only made one appearance since then. So Smash Kirby gets to unleash his Smash moves. Be sure to defeat enemies quickly. A door will appear after you get them. With so many tough enemies, keep an eye on your health. Yeah, this Smash Kirby is literally Smash Bros. Kirby. And yeah, get this music here, which sounds a lot like Melee music. I think this is from Air Ride, I want to say. I think this is the Nebula Belt music, if I remember right. Anyways, yeah, Smash Kirby is literally his Smash Bros. Moveset, which has, you know, Stone on down B, Final Cutter, which is a sword ability on the up B there. The side B is the hammer flip. He has a couple of spinning jabs and spinning hammer flips and whatnot. The weird move that they give him in this game is this weird, like, dash kick move that I think Fighter Kirby has. I don't know why they give it to him in this game here. I really don't get that, if I'm being honest. I've also learned as time went on that the mid-air hammer flip move, that's usually seen as one of his better moves here. I really like the up B a lot in these games as well. I don't think this ability is as good as it is in Amazing Mirror, if I'm being honest. And I think that's just an engine change thing, because this was the first time we saw it in 3D. And Amazing Mirror also has a lot of weird jank to it to begin with. The enemies and bosses have no iframes, so a lot of the moves in this ability can just shred enemies to pieces in that game. It's not bad here, though. I mean, it's hard to really gauge this ability otherwise, given that it's only ever been in this one side mode here. But, yeah, we're just kind of continuing on with this here. We have some more Waddle Dees here. There's gonna be some gold ones here. Some big guys here. And yeah, other than that, this isn't really too bad. I mean, obviously, again, I said this last time here, I'm not going for all the platinums here because I don't have the time and the patience to do that. If you can do it, more props to you. I just don't have that kind of capacity to do so. So yeah, I don't know why they gave that, like, kick move to the smash ability in this game, but they just kind of did for some reason. Anyways, get a 20 here, we can clear that out. And I believe that's, yep, that's a gold. 33,000 exactly, very nice. And with all of that, we unlock the race level already here. And we got the gold trophy here, which, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I don't get anything higher than that for the rest of this thing here. I don't even know if I get another gold from here on out, to tell you the truth. I honestly don't really remember. I think this race I get a gold in, but yeah. So Magolor has a few new tricks up his sleeve. Now pick your favorite ability and give it everything you got. You can use any of these abilities you want here. This race is actually pretty tough. Magolor does have quite a few tricks up his sleeve here. And yeah. Not that he's impossible or anything. He does just kind of have a few tricks here. And I remember this being a really good first attempt, now that I remember this. I don't really show it off here, but Hammer's side flip, like, hammer move there is maybe, and by hammer I mean smash, like the side hammer flip move, maybe one of the best moves Kirby has in this game. I'm being dead serious when I say that. It's very quick, does a lot of damage, and just, in general, can clear out a lot of the hazards in the area, like, really, really easily for you there. So, yeah, Magolor's kind of taken off here. Just kind of want to be quick here. His dashing can be a little bit obnoxious here, but just kind of stay vigilant here and you should be good. And yeah, there we go. We win, but I don't think this is actually a gold here, if I remember right. Yeah, we only got silver for that. Normally here, the credits actually play after this, beating this here, but I'll show those off in a little bit there, because we can watch them at any point. And yep, you unlock a second Smash Run and a second Magolor race. We'll worry about those in a little bit, because I want to get the gold on this level here. Again, this level's not that bad. It did take me a few other tries, and I'm sticking with the Smash ability for this. It's weird, because I don't feel like Smash is a good speed ability, but its utility is so good that I feel like it's the best ability for these races here. I'll just say it's the one I use for the next race as well. Smash Kirby is seriously among my all-time favorites, but then again, it also just was from one of my all-time favorite games. And I remember it being pretty good in Robobot as well. I need to play that again at some point. I didn't use the Smash ability that much in that game, because there's one ability in Robobot I like even more than that. So, again, this is definitely not a perfect run. I'm gonna emphasize that here. I am honestly not that good. If you want to say you got the Platinums, more power to you. I hope you enjoyed going after them. I just don't really have the time or patience to do so. That should be a gold there, because I wasn't hit this round, I don't think, so... yeah. That's it for that. And now we have the second Smash challenge here. And I'm gonna be real when I say this, I do not even get gold on these next two levels here. These next two levels are that difficult. And I was at a point where I was just like, I really just want to beat these and kind of move on here, you know? So yeah, this is an even tougher combat challenge. Basically, you're fighting most of the mid-bosses here, and yeah. Get the Miracle Matter music from 64 playing here. Much as I hate that boss fight, I can't deny that it's pretty good music for this situation here. So yeah, I was kind of just relying mostly on the hammer flip here. I did really good starting off here, but there was a point where I started kind of screwing up a bit more, and I think that's kind of what cost me a even remotely decent rank on this one, to tell you the truth. This is just a very long and difficult challenge here. The hammer is definitely very, very nice to use on these guys whenever you can get the chance here, but... yeah, I take care... I get the first three pretty easily, actually. And yeah, there's some health down there, but it's not something I really need. We have a watery Galboris here. I wish that the enemy health displayed on screen, I know it's... I don't think it would have been that difficult to implement that, and I don't know why it doesn't really do that, but I digress. And yeah, this is kind of where I start really badly screwing up here, because... yeah. And now we have two mini-bosses here, and both of these guys, like, stick around a lot longer than I had any desire for them to stick around for. I don't know if I just wasn't really targeting them as well as I should have been, or what happened here, but this Doobier just sticks around way longer than I really expect him to. So... I think taking all that damage is what ultimately cost me a even halfway decent rank at this. Just a challenge here with some Waddle Dees here. Probably for the best to just use, like, the... like, up B and don't try and use the hammer or stone abilities, because those will break these floors here. I also just didn't really get a good rank out of those there. This is just a really difficult challenge. You can see it's long. We have a Wispy Woods here. I wish, again, this showed the health here. So... because, yeah, now he does this here. And, again, I remember just... I started playing really recklessly at a certain point because, again, like... well, I was running out of time here, and I figured this would have been enough hits to get rid of him here. Also get the heavy lobster music near the end here as well, which is pretty cool. More 20 here. This was the 20th anniversary of Kirby when this game first came out. and there we go. Bronze. Yeah, this is a very, very hard challenge to make here, so... yeah... I tried to retry it, but after a while I'm like, I really don't want to do this again here. Especially since we have something even harder and a lot harder on our hands after the fact. Magolor Race EX. This is such a hard challenge. Final Race with Magolor is so hard you might think he's unbeatable, but all your copy abilities are here. Sage doesn't get the EX title for nothing here. I want to say here, this race, I spent like a good half hour trying to even just attempt, and I could not beat it. I actually looked up a video, and I want to give special credit to a video I saw from... I looked up a platinum video on this by YouTube user Void Arts, and I more or less just tried to copy this, not this attempt here, but my eventual successful attempt. I basically just tried to follow that here. I tried, like, a lot of different abilities here, and I thought there was no way in hell you could even come close to Magolor here. He is so fast, he dashes everywhere, he summons enemies everywhere, and this ending section, he just books and beelines straight for the end here. It's more or less kind of the same level here as some of the other ones, but yeah. This is what I meant when I said use the hammer flip move all the time, because it is that useful. I didn't even come close to Magolor that time, and you will look at this guy laughing at you a lot. And get used to hearing this a lot. So, and this isn't even all my attempts. I hit retry on a bunch of them as well. And you can see just how close I got after certain points here. This was rough. This was genuinely really, really rough here. And yeah, at this point I had the kind of strategy down here. I just needed to kind of fully execute here. And I'm pretty sure I play this almost perfectly, and I think I still only got a silver. So you can see just how difficult this challenge truly is. The hammer flip move really is the best thing you can do here, because it's quick, it destroys stuff very fast, and it's kind of just what you want to do for most of this level here. So you know, other than that, though, like, I don't really know what else to say besides that. This was just a really, really, really difficult challenge here, and yeah, it's... Go figure that Magolor would be our true final boss here after all. I didn't go for those coins on the left there, and if I got those, maybe I would have had a higher score here. Well, I would have had a higher score, but you know what I mean. Maybe I could have gotten the gold or, God forbid, even the platinum there. That was it, though. We finally won. We beat you, Magolor. I'm shocked that was legit only a silver. Like, Magolor still had a way better score than us there. I don't know if that would have been a platinum or not if I had gotten anything better there, like with if I got those last 2 coins, but maybe. So yeah, that's clearing all the stages, and this was my final score here. I'm a filthy pleb who only got a gold, but honestly, I don't care. So, there is some higher trophies you can get if you get all platinums, and I think there is like one special one you get if you do get every platinum in here. I just don't have the time or patience for that. I hope you understand. So yeah, and with that, I'm going to view the ending of this here. So, I don't really have too much more really to add on this. This is just a really fun little side mode that yeah, it's more or less just DLC for Kirby's Return to Dreamland in a way, but you know what? It's a fun challenge, and honestly, yeah, it's a pretty good purchase bonus. Like, not purchase bonus, but like good incentive of getting the extra, like, getting this game, even if you had all the games already. There's some neat little bonuses here, which I mean, I'll cover more in the next video when we do one more bonus video after this, but yeah. This was also kind of following up the story from the Kirby's Return to Dreamland there, and yeah, Magolor, as he said, he caused us trouble before, but he means better now. He's, you know, on better terms here. Oh man, I forgot how much I love this game's art style and just world design and everything. But yeah, I guess I can talk about my thoughts on the Let's Play as a whole. Considering this encompassed most of this year, I am pretty... I don't want to say I'm exhausted of this game, but, you know, any Let's Play that takes a long time like this is definitely, you know... It's been a long time coming. I'm kind of ready to move on to something else here, but the fact I got to experience, like, all these classics again and get some new appreciation for a few of these games as well, you know, I quite enjoyed myself, and my 2025 has had its ups and downs for me personally, and this has kind of gotten me through some of those tougher times here and there, and yeah, it's been fun just to kind of try some of these games, replay some of my favorites, and discover some new games that I enjoy. Not as much as my favorites, mind you, but still, it's been a fun time. It's been a really fun time, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this one as well. It was definitely a lot of long time coming on this one here, for sure, but, you know, all that said and done, I'm glad I got to do this, you know. This kind of ended up being a really good year for Kirby as a whole, and when I started this, I didn't even intend for that, you know. It was just kind of something I was toying in my mind for a while. I was honestly wanting to Let's Play Kirby 64 this year. I didn't really have intention of doing these other games, but it was something I kind of thought about after a while. Hey, looks like Magolor wants to travel in his Lore Star Cutter again after all. Executive producer Satoru Iwata. Nice remix of the Dreamland 1 music here. Yeah, this was a really fun time, though, going back to all these games again and whatnot. Like I said, there will be one more video of this project before we say goodbye, kind of going through some of the extra things in this collection, but as far as a gameplay standpoint, this is pretty much the end of this Let's Play here. And yeah, I don't really have too much more to say beyond that. This was my score. It's quite a bit higher than my first file. It's also just a screen showing the rumble feature, which is a thing. Otherwise, though, yeah, this has been a lot of fun here. So, next time, we will go through all of the extra little bonuses and other things in this collection here that I have not shown off yet. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I've been Masterstarman, and I'll see you guys for that then. Have yourselves a great day, and peace out.